let's get to work. Step one, we admitted we were powerless over our addictions, that our lives had become unmanageable. So, for the longest time for me, and what the big wow moment for me was with step one, is for how many years I went to the rooms and I walked into any number of 12-step rooms. Hi, my name is JD. I'm an alcoholic. Hi, I'm JD. I'm an addict. And I could admit it. And I remember for quite a while, I admitted it to such a point that I gave up. I just assumed that this is the way that I was going to be. I could find no way out. I'd tried therapy. I tried going to meetings, not really doing the 12 steps. I hadn't done that. But I just decided, I admitted that I admitted I was powerless. And I misunderstood that, meaning that I was hopeless, that I'd never get over this. And when I understood for me that I had to accept it, which is the key to all yogic teachings, acceptance of the way things truly are, radical acceptance. This is the way it is right now. Whether I like it or don't like it, whether I grasp onto it or whether I push it away, for this moment right here and right now, I am an alcoholic, an addict, a codependent. So when I can sit in that without judgment, and I can see my powerlessness against it, then I can move on. Then I can move on to see what I have to do, not I, but how I have to change my relation to life, to the universe. That's when I could fully start to do the work. And I had to really see that my life was unmanageable in every way and that I couldn't fix it. I myself could not fix this. And what I did before was, in that I thought I couldn't fix it because my ego was so huge that I thought that I was the only one who could fix anything. And I definitely see that now as a pattern I had through my whole life. I was unable to ask for help. I was unable to see anything other than what my ego wanted to see. And that's when I really started to do this work in its intended path, both a spiritual path and the 12-step work, by seeing life as it truly was, that I was powerless over my addiction, but I wasn't powerless over everything. See, that's the challenge with me. I was highly functional. And no matter how depressed I was, no matter how much dysfunction came into my life, I always seemed to get through. And I thought, well, that was enough. That was going to be enough. But it wasn't. And that's when this unmanageability came to its rock bottom, when I couldn't do it anymore. And I had tried my way over and over and over again. And when I admitted that I was totally powerless, that I needed to give in, let go, and be guided, that's when everything came together. And I started to listen to the teachers and the teachings And that's when I started to do this work in earnest. So when we look at unmanageability, and if we translate that unmanageability into suffering, and we look to the spiritual teachings, that all suffering comes from either grasping, holding on to, yearning, craving that which we want, or, pushing away, hating, disliking, dispelling that which we don't want. It's said that depression comes from thoughts living in the past, and anxiety comes from living in the future. So, coming to the here and now, to the present, then we can dig into what radical acceptance of what it is. And then, and only then, can we see clearly what is really going on. And that's the journey of this 12 steps. That's the journey of spirituality, is to look at everything as it truly is and to see clearly. And through that, we can see the path. I mean, I just stumbled blindly through life, and I have no idea how I got through it most days. And I don't know how many mornings I woke up and went, not again, not again. So now I'm very blessed to have another day every day to continue on this journey. So that sets us up for where we're going to go.